Hi, I'm Geoff Stonebanks. I'm on the south coast in Seaford, midway between Brighton and Eastbourne, in my garden overlooking the sea. The garden's called Driftwood, and we have much wood scattered about, either bought or picked up locally on the beach a quarter of a mile away. Today I'm just going to concentrate on this part of the garden I've created at the front of the house, and I suppose it's my main focus, using the garden as an artist's canvas on which to paint with a combination of plants, sculpture, rusty metal, and utilising a large rowing boat that's behind me here as well. Today I'm going to focus on my collection of over 45 Agar Americanas. They're all in containers in varying sizes. The collection began by being given two large ones about 10 years ago. In the interim I've collected many different ones, some of which I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so this is some of my collection of Agars. I've got quite a large collection, and over the winter months I store them in an alley at the side of the house. They don't mind getting cold, but they not much keen on getting too wet, which is why I could store them under cover with this perspex roof. They've all come out now for the summer. These are some of the new ones that I've acquired. What I've got here is a new one. It's called Agar Victoriana Regina. A nice new one, nice small compact one that's supposed to be fast growing. I've got two Americana Mediopicta albas, and I've got two Pariar truncatas. Both of these, or all of these I say, have arrived in the last few days. I was going to show you how to actually pot them up, but it's difficult with the crutches or this peg leg to be able to do that. So what I do is I always use a mixture of 2 lots of compost versus 1 lot of potting compost or potting grit, and then pot them up into the container. I always feel as though I'm dressing a film set when I'm decorating or setting my garden up for the summer months, and I have to be very careful where I position them. I take great care to drop them in amongst plantings so that they actually look as though they've been there a long time, but in reality visitors think they've been there most of the time, whereas I say I've only just popped them in there. But what I try and do also is to decorate them, to put potting grit around or a small shingle around to make them look a bit more decorative and to hide the compost. They look amazing outside, and it's nice to sit in the porch at the front of the house even in the winter and look out and see the garden, and there's amazing Coronaea glauca, beautiful yellow flowers out there. But at this time of year in particular, my garden's become so precious. It's like a special sanctuary because of the climate that's going on around us, and we're caring for my 92-year-old mother here, who loves to sit outside and look out onto this garden, reading or just looking out to sea. As you can see behind me, the Agars fit in really well, dropped into the ground behind all the planting. During the summer, Verbena bonariensis, sea lavender and sea kale grow up and look quite amazing, all yellows and mauves. Behind me there's an acanthus which can grow to 5 foot tall with lots of streamy spires and spikes that move in the wind. So if you're lucky enough during this self-isolation period to have a garden, I really encourage you to get out in it. I knew nothing about gardening when I started, and what I've learned from my mistakes. Trust me, you only make that mistake once. So you never know, you might get addicted like me. So enjoy your garden, and thanks for joining me.